Mr. Kishore Subramanian, here's the question. For people, often financials and the entire discourse around them becomes extremely technical. But when two experts in a panel have a very different opinion, where you have Mr. Dua saying that, listen, early signals should have been caught on, things were going wrong, and management was in the know-how of how it was panning out. Anybody who was following it, scrutinizing it closely, should have known that things are going already. Why the last-minute rush and clamp down? How do you look at that, Mr. Subramanian?
I don't have any inside information, Sneha, on what was the early signal, and these are not banks which are too big to fail, as in category is not too big to fail. So there must have been some early signals. The audit process has a lot of internal findings. There are external committees, but as Mr. Dua said, it's monitored dually by the state government, and the RBI now has currently superseded. So what is important here to understand is, let's talk from the customer's point of view. That's very important. We can talk about internal committees, technicalities, banking. From a customer's point of view, more than 90%.
Mr. Kishore Subramanian, here's the question. Will all the money, it's going to be sad that people who want to get their money back possibly are not going to get them with immediate point of reference. They may have to wait for a period of time before they can take X number of their money out of the bank. The question that people have it, will they get their entire money back? Or is there a chance that they may lose a part of the money?
No, let me answer this to you, Sneha. With reasonable amount of guarantee, I'm telling you, they will all get every single rupee they had put in the bank with reasonable guarantee. Point number one. Point number two, please understand, over 90% of the money deposited in that particular bank is insured under the credit guarantee scheme. So there is an insurance cover which is under 5 lakh to 5 lakhs. So even 90% of depositors have less than 5 lakhs. So that's also taken care. So even if there is a risk, there is risk for only 10%. And mark my words on this, Sneha, do a show on this after 1 week, 10 days. By 1 week, 10 days, RBI would have released some amount which they can withdraw immediately, and they would have put the entire process. My expectation, we have got a fantastic regulator. My expectation is within 15 to 30 to 45 days, everything will be sorted out. Whether there is a takeover, transformation, management change, whatever will happen. How deep is the problem? I don't know. I'm not privy to the information.
Okay.
So, but everybody will get the money back.
That's true. None of us know that, because the RBI's letter also does not speak any of that. But I have just about a minute left. So Ajay Dua, do you want to make the last words on this show? Of course, even if Kishore Subramanian is saying maybe 35, 40 days, everything will be sorted out. That period can be very, very long for the kind of people who have invested in these cooperatives. But I'll leave the last word to you, Ajay Dua.
Absolutely, Sneha. I'd like to see that if DICGC, that's another government body at the Reserve Bank of India, under which all the deposits are insured, but up to 5 lakh rupees, knowing that they can get 5 lakh rupees from the insurance company, the bank should tomorrow itself come out with a notice saying up to a certain amount, full deposit limited to say 50,000 rupees, we are willing to let you withdraw. You can't shock the people and say you can't, now there is no money available, and you take let them sign it, that the money which will be given to them as insurance premium or the insurance payout can be adjusted by the amount which is being paid to them tomorrow. And later on, people who are above 5 lakhs, the bank will have to find a way out. And a number of people, might be 90%, what the financial expert on the panel said. But the amount is fairly large. And if we have to go by what happened in the case of Global Trust Bank and other cooperative banks which were taken over, a lot of money did not come back to the customers. But I'm dividing it. Small customers, let them get their full money right away. And if it is somebody's got 2 lakh rupees, he can reach that in 30 days.
Okay.
But for daily expenditure, he must be allowed to withdraw, say, 50,000 or a lakh of rupees immediately.
Okay. Right. Sir, I'm sorry I'm intervening. I'm totally out of time. My director is telling to move on. But thank you very much to our panelists. Kishore Subramanian, thank you so much for your time. Ajay Dua, thank you very much for joining us. Akhil Jain, thank you very much for joining us. We do hope there are long queues outside well after the working hours of the bank. We do hope that there will be some kind of a resolution, at least to ease the burden and the chaos when it comes to the consumers. Thank you very much for your time.